So let's talk about your words there a little bit too. So the description, I would think that's probably one of the first things people look at as well after the picture is how you describe what you do so that it's pretty clear.
Right. And remember that whenever you show up on LinkedIn, the thing that people see is they see your photo, they see your name and whatever's behind it, and they see the headline. Right? Those follow you everywhere. And so that's powerful, powerful branding. You have 120 characters with the headline, and you want to use them all, every one of them, and not hold back, because that's your branding. You want to get as much message out there as you can.
Is that something they should change, like maybe every month, just kind of play with the
words? It's a great question. Yeah, I'm a big fan, and I'm in the process of playing with mine, right? Because I've recently rebranded, and I'm a big fan of putting something up and seeing what kind of response it gets, and then saying, okay, I'm going to tweak this. I'm going to put it this way. Let's see what kind of response this gets. But I'm a big fan of experimenting and seeing what gets the best results, and it doesn't always have to be the same thing.
I didn't know too if that would even help with SEO or get you, like, maybe, I know in Facebook you go to put a different profile picture, right, and it throws it on it's like, I don't need it on the timeline, but right. But does it do something like that to kind of generate interest?
It can. There's settings in LinkedIn where you can let people know when you've made updates to your profile, or you can turn that off. And to be honest, I usually turn mine off. I like to be able to work and do things without being broadcast to everybody, and then eventually I might turn it back on. But I like to actually work without sharing that stuff. That's just my personal preference.
Yeah.
But the headline's really important. Now, I'll give you a little trick that most people don't know. There is a glitch in in LinkedIn, that if you log in on your mobile and you update your headline, sometimes you can get up to 160 characters in your headline instead of the 120 that's normally allowed. Yeah. Now, it doesn't always work, but it does sometimes. And so it's a way to get up to another 40 characters in your headline.
Everybody's going to go try that today.
So yeah, go home and try it.
Go do it from your phone.
But you got to do it on your mobile.
Maybe they figure, because I always find things a little bit trickier on the phone to do those updates as opposed to. So next, I switched to mine. I don't know if you just kind of edit it there. And then, so the next field is the about, which is different than the headline.
Yes.
Right. So that's kind of like your small bio.
Right. And notice when it shows up on the screen that you see about 3 lines before you have to click see more.
Yeah.
And so the most important thing in the about is those first 3 lines. It's about 340 characters, somewhere in that neighborhood. So when you put it together, make sure that whatever you put up front is, the good stuff, so that people will want to click the see more, because they're only going to see a little bit at first.
And that may be something a lot of us don't get around to. I have to admit, I wrote that about one a good year or more ago, so I probably need to revisit some of this. Also, one thing I did do that the reason I wanted to show this one to all of you too is you can add videos on LinkedIn. And these can be really powerful too. And it used to only be a couple of videos, but I think lately they've allowing even more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there a limit, or is it?
There is, but I can't tell you off the top of my head.
Yeah, I haven't reached what it is yet. It hasn't rejected any of them, so I need to go add more videos and all that too. So that's really helpful.
It's very powerful. The video is very powerful, and you can also add photos. You can add PDFs. I have clients upload resumes, obviously, because I'm working with job seekers too. But and that's not the only place you can add media.